Hi, I'm Todd with Whole Latte Love. We have Mark behind the camera, and we're here today to show you the heat exchanger ECM espresso machines.
We got like the full line. A lot of polished stainless up there, Todd.
Yes, we do. We're missing one machine, and that is the Strega, which is a lever machine. So it doesn't quite fit into this category completely, so we thought we'd add that on for another video. So kind of show you what we got here. First, we'll go over the names. Well, start from the bottom, work our way up.
So these kind of
That's
are
more
in
fun for
order
me.
of cost almost too, right?
Exactly, yeah. This is ECM Mechanica, ECM Technica 4.
With the more roundy kind of profile.
This is ECM Technica 4 Profi, and this is the ECM Electronica.
So these last two are rotary pump?
Correct. These two have rotary pumps. You can hook them up to a water line, or you can work them off a reservoir. They have the same type of joysticks for the steam wands and the hot water wands.
As opposed to the dials.
It's one of the dials down here.
Yeah.
For these two. They have the no-burn hot water wands and steam wands. Let me double-check that hot water wand. Yep, both hot water wands and steam wands.
Okay?
Yeah, everything's good. And these are not no-burn, so you want to grab them by the rubber pieces.
I think you should prove it.
Yeah,
No,
I'd rather
just
not.
kidding.
Thank you. Now inside here's a switch you use to switch it between water line and reservoir. You do that, and then there's a lever on the bottom of the machine that you turn. It's just, we don't have to show up, but it's very simple.
Right.
You just turn it 180 degrees to switch it between a water line and reservoir hookup.
So it's actually mechanical, so that switch is just disabling like the water tank sensor?
Exactly. It just disables the tank and the water sensor so you don't have to use the reservoir. So on these machines, the water reservoir, just a little door opens up, and you can pull it out if you need to. And when you pull it out, these lights will flash to let you know that, did you see that there?
Yeah.
Okay.
To let you know that what you already know is happening.
There's no water. Now these other machines on the Mechanica and the Technica, remember this is a Technica 4, this is a Technica 4 Profi, okay? Profi just means it has a rotary pump and the water line hookup. This one also has the reservoir that comes out underneath this door. The Mechanica, pull the top off here to get to the water reservoir. And now, pump pressure control. It's I'll kind of breeze through this quickly here.
Yeah.
You control the pump pressure on the Mechanica with this little screw here. You can actually change the pump pressure if you have to, which is actually the brew pressure.
All of these machines have that same
Yep.
deal, right?
That one's right there.
Yep.
And these machines, it's actually underneath. Again, I probably won't show you. Maybe we'll, when we get down to the other end, we'll show you that. Now the Technicas and Electronica, they all have the same housing, which if you look up close here, is a nice rounded.
Totally, yeah.
It's beautiful, real craftsmanship on these.
Yeah.
And if you inspect all the fitting, all the corners and stuff, you see they do a really nice job.
Right on down to the...
Yep, curved here.
Yep. That's so gorgeous. They got
Yep,
the
got a metal slide.
slides. Very nice.
Okay. Let's see now, up on here, the difference between these two machines also is, this is programmable. You can program these buttons to brew any amount of coffee that you want, or you can use the manual button. So you just basically push it on, pump goes on.
It does its thing, and there you can hear the rotary pump.
Yep. When you get to the programmed amount, it'll shut off all by itself.
Like that.
Now these other machines here works off of a lever. Raise the lever up to start the pump and the brewing process, put it down to turn it off. Another difference between these is this has a three-way solenoid valve, which is behind this little box here. And this has a manual three-way valve. That valve just releases the water pressure off the coffee when you're done brewing. So you get a nice dry puck. And this one here, because of the controls, also has an automatic back flush cycle. So you push a couple buttons and put your back flush clean in your portafilter, it'll cycle 5 or 6 times, whatever it needs, to do a good cleaning of the brew group.
So you can kind of put it in there, walk away, just hit the buttons,
Yeah.
and it does it all on its
Then
own.
come back and just rinse everything out.
And then also the two rotary pump machines, they have a little more detail, portafilter-wise. I mean, they have the angled
Thanks for
handles.
bringing that up. Okay. I'll grab one of each here.
Yeah.
Let me
course,
grab them
you
with a
grab
double.
the little spout.
Grab one with a double spout.
So they just sit a little flatter in relation.
This is a nice angled handle on it.
Yeah.
And the Technica 4 and the Mechanica do not. Also nice little touch, little ECM branding over in there.
Yep.
It's nice. like a little branding.
And also we like that, you know, the like the lever handles here and the portafilter
Yep.
handles, the end, the
Yeah.
pieces on those kind of match up.
They all match, and they feel good. It's
Yep.
got a really nice feel to it.
Beautiful.
Okay, that's
You want to take a look inside?
yeah. Let's zip on down here.
Okay, so we got all three varieties.
Gotcha. And while I got my tape measure here, I'm
Oh,
sorry.
sure.
Let's take one more look
Yeah.
at this. The height, just so you get an idea of the height. Right around 15 inches here. Okay. So easy fit underneath the American 18-inch cabinets. Width is around 13 inches, a little under 13, or a little under 12 on the Mechanica. Inside the machines, here's the Electronica. You can tell because of the control box up here.
Control box, yeah.
The only difference between the Electronica and the Technica 4 Profi is this has a Sarai pressure stat, this does not. But they have very low amps going through this pressure stat, so not having a Sarai is not a problem. It's not going to burn
that'll
out.
be fine.
You won't, I won't give you detail, but it's fine.
Yeah.
Both hook up to a water line there, and this has a flow meter on it, which is right there. It's a nice commercial flow meter.
I see that's a Dakar.
Can you
too?
see it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
There's your rotary pump. These are commercial quality pumps and motors. So you shouldn't ever have to replace those. They'll last for a very long time. Now let's see, kind of give you an idea here. They have the same boilers, which are
Stainless.
stainless steel. Now the Mechanica and Technica 4,
Which are the same inside.
yes, exactly the
That's
same
our
inside.
one.
They have a copper boiler, and they have 1,200 watt heating element, while we have 1,400 on the Profi and the Electronica. Okay, self-serviceability, which I think is always kind of important for the home user in case you kind of person that wants to go inside. Both pretty easy to work on, pretty easy to get at everything. The only difference being heating elements on these stainless steel boilers is 4 nuts and it comes right out.
Comes right out.
Yeah, but it's not something you should have to do.
Right.
Let's take a look. Brew pressure control. Okay, if you have to change the brew pressure on your machine, right over there is.
Okay.
Okay, you just turn that screw and you control the brew pressure. Obviously, you can't do it when the machine's tipped,
Right.
but you can, turn it, then turn the machine back on. So if you ever notice that your brew pressure gauge is not in the right spot, it's easy to reset
That's
it.
the way to do it.
It's a quick run through, but I think that should probably tell you everything you need to know. Mark, do you think I'm missing something?
No, I guess, so we've got, the electronic dosing here.
Yep.
Now, why would somebody maybe want that as opposed to, using the lever?
It's a really personal preference.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to just, let's say, load your portafilter, hit the double shot button, walk away, go grab your milk, come back, you can start frothing, you can do that. Normally you want to froth first or at the same time.
Right.
But if maybe you have different family members,
So you can
if somebody
program
wants a
them
single
different.
shot, double
Yeah.
shot, that way you don't have to look at it and pay as much attention.
Right, right.
So it's just personal
And
preference.
they all have sort of the same gauge setup, right?
Yep.
With the
Yes.
two gauges.
They're all identical in
So
gauges.
they're all the same.
Yep.
And
Basically
again,
the same front.
Yep. And then the big difference, of course, is you've got the different sorts of valves on these two, as opposed to
Yep.
more of the.
Correct. Yeah,
Stick
the
operated
Daniel,
screws.
both work fine.
Yeah.
So with these, you can just push it down, let it steam. When you're done, just hit it up.
You bang it up. Yeah.
You can feather it a little bit if you want to,
Right.
but there's really no need to on these.
Right.
The way the pressure is, you just crank it open, let it go. When you're done, just shut it off.
Okay. So we're going to take a break, and if people want to hang around, we're going to do a little brew and steam here, just to give you an idea of what these are like, right?
Yep. So if you're not hanging around, thanks for watching. If you are, well, hang around.
All right, so we're back, and on Electronica, we're going to do a little brew and steam, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Going to use the
So you just
programmable
hit-
feature. Yeah.
Just hit the program button there, and there we go. So now all these have the 2-hole steam tips.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of nice knowing it's going to stop pretty close to where you want it. And if you decide you want to stop it, you can always stop the brew yourself just by pushing the button again there. That'll do it. So if you're looking over and say, that doesn't look quite right, you can stop it.
We're going to do a espresso macchiato and a latte.
Yeah, I decided to stop that myself. It's going a little bit long.
Okay.
So you still do have the control.
Well, how do you feel about the joystick?
I like it.
Kind of.
I like it.
Okay.
I really don't care.
Yeah.
They all work for me. I really.
The steam still comes out.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
I mean, some people say it's less movement to control that, right, than having to turn a.
I guess. Yeah.
Oh, looks nice.
Yeah, shell looks nicer. I almost want to taste it without the milk, but.
Good job.
So that one's for you.
Oh, thank
I'll
you.
take the latte.
Okay.
So you can get an idea what the steam pressure is like there and how easy how the programming works, which is nice. So just keep in mind, yes, it's programmable, but you can use it as a manual if you want to, or you can stop it in mid-brew if you're going too long.
And if you prefer the lever action, there's
Yeah.
3 more down the road there.
Yeah, exactly. So performance will be very similar between them, maybe a little more higher steam pressure for longer because there's the higher wattage on these machines, but just a little bit. But all machines should work very well. So remember, rotary pump, waterline hookup, reservoir hookup for these. These, vibration pump, reservoir only.
Right.
And that's pretty much it.
That's so the ECM heat exchange machines, kind of the full line there.
Yep,
Okay.
very good. Okay, well, thanks for watching.
Hey, why not subscribe now for easy free access to more videos on everything coffee, brought to you by WholeLatteLove.com.